Okay, guys, now let's quickly do a quick analysis on our JPY currency pair for today. So, by the way, first one, if you are interested in any of my analysis, I just want you to like, I want you to share, I want you to also subscribe, also comment if you find this my video helpful. By the way, so by the way, please subscribe. So, first one we have here is our JPY index. By the way, as we can see that now on our daily time frame, we can see that our index is actually pushing down. By the way, we had that retracement whereby we are supposed to continue to have that push down, but I think our JPY is not giving us something like a pullback around this our area here. So I think there's every possibility that we can continue having that push down. The reason why I said so, I'll show you now, is when we go on our 4-hour time frame. We can see that on our 4-hour time frame we can see that we have that pushback, right? And we also had the pullback, right? We also had the pullback. We also have this push down. We are supposed to continue to have that push down, but we are also having a minor pullback. So probably to this our area here. That is why I'm saying this our area here, we should be seeing a continued bearish move. That is exactly what I am aiming for. And if possibly our price does not give us that move, it actually continue to push up this area, then I will wait for our price to actually get to this area here before I actually take my sell position. So that is exactly what I am doing. And if our price continues to just give us that area we are planning to look for, whereby it continues to go down, then definitely I'll be waiting for my price to actually break this my structure here, this below price, before I personally be able to take my sell position downward. That should be able to give me about 73 pips. That is actually not bad. So there are two ways I want to be shorting on my JPY index, but there are two ways I will be shorting it. One, first of all, I'll wait for my price to actually push up. This is my area here before I can actually take my sell position, or I wait for my price to actually break below this of my area here, which previous lower lows, before I actually take my sell position. That is exactly how I plan to take my JPY index. Now our first currency we should be looking at is our CADJPY. As we can see that our price wants to start giving us something like a range in this market, so I want to consider it as a range. So probably we should be seeing on our 1-hour time frame, because we want to predict our price movement for today. Let's see our 4-hour time frame, what our price is actually showing us. We can actually see some rejection. Let's see, and we can also see that there's a little bit of rejection around this area here. We can see here as serves as a resistance, here as is a support. So there's two ways again that our price will be moving. There are two ways it will be moving. One, it can actually push up, then when it pushes up, then I will be planning to take my sell position, by the way. And if it does not give me that push up, it continues to push down, then definitely I'll wait for my price to actually push down to this my area before I actually take my buy position to this my mid area here, or possibly continue my push up. So but first I'll be taking it to my mid area here, to my buy position. That is exactly what I said. That's exactly what I'm planning to trade. So guys, we have to wait. We need to be very, very patient and see how our price will place out. If it pushes up, then we would have to look for shorting position. And if it continues to push down, definitely, if it pushes down, then definitely we would want to start taking our buy position straight up. That is exactly how we should be planning our trade for today. Let's see how it plays out, by the way. For today, our Swiss franc JPY. One thing I know about our JPY and Swiss franc is that our Swiss franc for this week had actually been very bearish. It has actually been going down. If you compare our pound to our Swiss franc, if you compare our USD to our Swiss franc, you see that the Swiss franc is actually going bearish. So basically, we should not be finding a very good movement on this one. So basically, I would want to be seeing my Swiss franc to fall down a little bit before I actually take my buy position up. And if but anyway the price tends to move for today, we would not be seeing much movement for today. So I'll advise personally avoid trading as Swiss franc JPY by the way. So let's see how our price will place out. But definitely I'll be I'm avoiding this my Swiss franc JPY because the price is actually very very difficult to predict. Now our other currency we have is our pound JPY. One thing I want you to also know that is our pound is actually going bullish, by the way, and possibly I want to see my pound go bullish to this my area here. So this is our liquidity high here, this place our liquidity high. That should be giving me that will take about next week to be able to achieve that, or next to be able to achieve it fully. So let's see our 4-hour time frame. Let's see if our price will actually be able to push up a little bit here to this my area here before you can actually start looking for that fall. Like I said, let's wait for our price to actually push up, because I doubt very much if our pound will just fall against our JPY. Reason is that because our pound is actually very bullish. If you can look at it on our index, it's actually having something like a retracement, something like a pullback, which means it's going bullish, and every currency pair related to our pound is actually is falling while our pound is actually rising. So that is why I said I doubt very much if our pound to our JPY will actually fall. So basically I want to see that bullish move a little bit up, bullish move a little bit up, then before I can actually start looking for a little bit of sell, on my pound JPY. We can even see it here sef. We can see it on the 4-hour time frame. Our price is actually giving us that bullish movement upward. So on our New Zealand JPY, let's see our 4-hour time frame. Let's see if our price will actually be able to react to this our area here, whereby our price will actually push up, and if possibly it pushes up, then we would want to take a look at this place to actually opt out of our trade, whereby we'll be able to take our profit. And if possibly our price does not pushes up, it actually pushes down, right, then we should be looking at this place to actually opt out of our trade, whereby we will see that move down here before you can actually see that pull back on our New Zealand JPY, exactly what we are planning to take our trade for today. So let's see how our price will actually move on in the next 2 to 3 hours of time, or 3 hours after our pound London session has opened. Then we'll be able to determine our price movement. But our AUDJPY, same thing. I want to be looking for a little bit of fall before you actually see that bullish move. I want you to also know that you can even actually see that bullish move here. There's every possibility that we can actually see that bullish move here. So I want to see how our price will react when our London session has actually opened. But let's see how it reacts. If it actually pushes up, breaks above this my area here that I've just marked, I don't mind taking my buy position straight upward. And if it does not give me that bullish move and it continues to fall down, then I think this should be the place I should be able to opt out of my trade, or this place I should be able to opt out of my trade. That is too likely place to opt out of my trade if it's going bearish. But I want to see a bullish move on my AUDJPY. Now our EURJPY, actually we can actually see something like a ranging movement on our EURJPY. So we can wait for our price to actually pushes up a little bit before we can actually take our sell. That is exactly what I'll be looking for if I'm to trade my EURJPY. I will want to see that a little bit of push up. So because you can see here serving is a support here. Definitely we should be looking for a push up before you can actually now take our sell position. So that is exactly our trade for today. If you find this video helpful, like, share and subscribe. Thank you.